Hi folks, I'm Jon from the Audio Amigos in the Sound Design Showdown, and our prompt was the most over-engineered and incredibly unnecessary weapon. Just want to do a breakdown of what we did to achieve the end result, and kind of just go through that and expose all of the really dirty secrets of all of the processes that we kind of went through. The idea came about of having some unnecessary amount of gun cocks and then going into this Rube Goldberg machine or contraption rather, and then going into a sci-fi techie big charge climax, and then finally having an anticlimactic poof of some sort. So this is what it sounds like. Cool. So we'll just go through all of the different sections and stuff. This is the gun loading section, and in all honesty, you can see here that there isn't all that much in terms of processing going on. For the most part, all of the heavy lifting's being done by just very subtle EQs and lots of kind of low cuts to make room in the room in the mix for everything, but for the most part it tends to be all of these fades and volume automation and the panning automation as well, to kind of just add that width and create this little story of the contraption kind of going places, especially without the visual content. I felt like that was key to really selling this. So the gun sequence, we've got a couple of gun cocks and shotgun pumps, and some magazine loading, a little shotgun shell being loaded as well. Probably my favorite sound, which is this little knob turning with I think they're automated in pitch. You can see at the top here, kind of panned a little bit. And in fact, all of these are kind of panned to various angles, just to kind of help build the space a bit, potentially being on various sides of a gun. We've got this compressor, which is probably my favorite sound to use in basically everything I do, and a little valve to turn that off, just for some air. And then we've got our little ratchet being pitched up. In Reaper, what you can do is you can add these little time stretch markers, and then you can build them up, and add a lot of expression and stuff. You have to make sure that you've got this preserve pitch when changing rate box unticked to which is on by default for the most part, but I mean if you were to turn that off, you would not get the pitch effects, but you'd still get the speed effect. And you turn that off and you get this. And again, that's kind of a little lever being cranked to the left, with some panning automation. So all together. Nice. That goes into this little scissor section. And that's kind of put together by, I don't know, just various little knives and little scissors and stuff. So we got a Winchester cocking. Yeah, just lots of little scissory kind of cutty sounds to make this big cinematic scissor cut. There you go. You'll notice with a bunch of things that I kind of cut off a lot of the tails just quite quickly, just because once you get the picture that it's in a room, you kind of don't really need it there anymore, and you can kind of leave a bit of space for the next thing to come in. So in this case, you've got the whoosh of a slingshot and ball getting thrown over from from this left to the right, and it's quite a harsh panning. The next section I think there were a couple of other ideas there that kind of just got canned. The next section, we've got the balls rolling, or the ball rolling with the glockenspiel. And Lewis very cleverly put that together. Got like a little tin tonal like thump. And this kind of like rolling ball but dropping down steps as well. Very clever. Kind of like give it the impression of it sort of going down, paired together with the toy glockenspiel, which is kind of fun. And then lastly, there's just like a little toy drum here that's kind of cool, just for the last one to, you know, make it feel like this like little toy contraption. There you go. That's really cute. That goes into the domino section, which kind of comes in here, and then again pans from the left to the right. And then we've got the like little dominoes falling at the end, mixed with it. I think there's some falling at the end there too. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So again, dominoes, is a bit of volume panning here, volume automation rather, just to make it feel like it's coming past the camera, and it's subtle as well. Well, I say subtle, it's like -7 dB, but yeah, it's enough to kind of give the picture of motion as well. So nice. Next little section, we've got the toy train. This is kind of, I really wanted to put this in there, mainly because I just love the idea of having these like little horns going. I guess they're called whistles, right? There is a little elevator button, and mixed with like a more switchy toy click, which is quite satisfying together there. Very nice. Then there are these two toy train whistle sounds that kind of layered together make it feel a little bit bigger. It's quite nice. And then we've got this one as well. Ooh, with a bit of reverb there as well. Alright, and as I mentioned before, kind of gets cut off quite early, but you don't really need it to stick around for a while. Yeah, you get the gist that it's in a room. And then all these little sort of like whirry, clicky train track sounds. That's cute. Again, like sped up using the time stretch automation, and that sort of just like all of these like fading in with various like fade curves, volume fades. So all together. Oh, hello. There we go. Again, cuts off quite quickly. You get the gist. I think this is actually in the a weird one, but I think this gets little toy train falling off the tracks. Don't know why, don't ask why, poor little train. So this next section is pretty much like all the gears, all the sci-fi like build up, and there's some of Aaron Richards' anime like laser beams up in here as well. So yeah, that all sounds like this. Yeah, lots of meaty sort of like mechy and steampunk sort of samples in here as well. Oh no, that was the train. We've got some camera, like camera lens stuff. It's really good for steampunky things. More levers and gears. Bit of bass, finally a bit of bass. Impact, the only other reverb in this, just a dirty bit of realm. And we got some levers. Very nice. Oh, a little wind up. There we go. Some time stretch winding up. Those two together are probably good. There you go. And some more. Nice. just a bunch of like anime laser beams. Cool. And then at the end there's like a little click to kind of like top it all off, rather than just like fading out. You can see all of these have like a little bit of fade out. So with the nice, and that's just, oh, lost it. That's just put together with a coin toss, which is always great for like tonal stuff with a bit of a transient at the start, like tonal metal. What else do we have? Just a dry gun click and just some noise, because why the hell not, just for that extra like just bit of grit to get it to pop through. Like I said, there are no rules. Cool. So that, yeah, those two together sound like this. Beautiful. And then right here at the end we have our underwhelming pop, confetti and stuff. And that's, oh, hello. Yeah, and that's like kind of the original idea, just being this like party horn, party blower, mixed in with champagne pop, because why not? Some balloon pops and some confetti. There were some other failed attempts. A cough, because why not? Mixed. Just for a kind of weird cartoony Nintendo vibe. And then, would you believe it? Some farts that I thought were probably a little bit too immature, which turned out to not be the case. I think our judges really like farts, so tips for the next round. Hey! So yeah, so all together, that sounds like this. Let's see if I can unscrew this. There we go. Yeah. And yeah, so on our master we have yeah, just like 6% of OTT for no reason at all. Got Uberloud to make Greg happy, and then we have just tiny reduction in the like extreme high end, and ultimately the thing kind of like pulling it all together is this Altiverb instance of a living room to make it feel like it's like a little toy. And yeah, you don't need Altiverb to, you know, get this sound. You can kind of, you know, either use your own impulse responses, or you can just probably achieve this with like Valhalla Room or something. Like yeah, don't feel the need to buy Altiverb to make everything sound good, but it does sound good. Yeah, just adds that bit of spatialization. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this breakdown, and we look forward to working on the next prompt. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next showdown round. You're all going down.